Well, yes, the Memphis Grizzlies have done it again as they defeated the Los Angeles Clippers 106-102 behind 26 points and 15 rebounds from Zebo. That's Zach Randolph. Marc Gasol chipped in with 23 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Mike Conley had a big fourth quarter, 15 points, 5 rebounds for the Grizzlies. And last but not least, Costa Koufos, not to be confused with Doofus, finished the game with 10 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 blocked shots. Koufos was actually 5 for 5 on the field, from the field on the day, as the Grizzlies went into Staples Center and shut it down. Once again, the Memphis Grizzlies shut down the Staples Center. I was in attendance, the judge of Memphis, sitting in section 200, which is a lower level seat. Had a lot of fun with the Clippers fans that were sitting around me, as well as many Grizzlies fans that were in the building. Somehow, some way, every time I make a trip to Staples Center, I run into several Grizzlies fans. I think today it was about 10. It started on the train coming from Pasadena all the way out, but it was just a great night for the Grizzlies. Just to get into the stats a little bit, Zach Randolph, once again, we talked about it, 26 points, 15 rebounds. He was plus 7 on the night. Tayshaun Prince, despite only having 8 points, was plus 12. Mike Miller, the sharpshooter, bounced back to have a good game. He came off the bench to score 8 points. He was 2 of 4 from the three-point line. But the big guy off the bench for the Grizzlies was Costa Koufos. We talked about before the game needing production from Bayless, Pondexter, Miller. I think they played solid defense. Holding. J.J. Redick was 3 of 13 from the field. He only had 12 points. Took him 13 shots to get 12 points. Jamal Crawford, a certified Grizz killer, 11 shot attempts. He was 3 for 11 from the field. He finished with 8 points. Jared Dudley, from his days in Phoenix, was a Grizz killer. He only finished with 6 points. And Matt Barnes, who basically got payback for pushing Serge Ibaka last week, because Zach Randolph caught him with a smack, and in the second quarter he went down for a minute. But actually I need to back up, because the Grizzlies were up 29-15 in the first quarter before Tony Allen was ejected on a phantom play. Allen appeared to be more or less trying to either kick a ball or stop the progress of Chris Paul, but somehow he managed to catch Mr. Flopper himself, Chris Paul, with a roundhouse kick to the face, in which Paul went down. To me, it looked like he flopped, but nonetheless, there was contact on the play. The officials ruled a flagrant 2. At the time, I was pretty upset in the stands. But the Grizzlies, to their credit, bounced back once again by playing through their big man. Jalen Rose likes to call it ground and pound, and sometimes I take offense to that, but for those who don't know, it's Zebo, Zach Randolph. Zach Randolph. He is despised by many Clippers fans, as well as Knicks fans, Portland Trailblazers fans, wherever he's gone, but he always goes back and kills those teams. Today it was no different, as he held DeAndre Jordan below double figures, even though Jordan had a great rebounding night. Him and Griffin just simply struggle against Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol dominated the game with his passing, with his rebounding, with his shooting, helping stretch the floor. And Mike Conley came in the fourth quarter and really took over the ball game. He outscored Paul in the fourth quarter, 10 big points in the fourth, to really help seal the deal for the Grizzlies, who have now won 3 straight on a road trip. And after starting out 3-5, they've bounced back to go 3-0, and they're now 6-5 with a day's rest as they get ready to take on the Golden State Warriors on Wednesday, a team that they beat by 18 points just 10 days ago. So, we've gone over pretty much the Grizzlies' domination of the Clippers. The game was actually a little bit more lopsided than the score suggests. The Grizzlies out-rebounded the Clippers 47-29. They were able to score they assisted on 23 assists on 39 made baskets, and also shot 48% from the field, while holding the Clippers to 39% from the field. And this was all in Staples Center, Lob City, Flop City, Lob City Reloaded, whatever Doc Rivers wants to call it. So this young Grizzlies team, well, they're not necessarily a young Grizzlies team, but this Grizzly team led by young coach Dave Yeager has somewhat found his ground by what I call grinding the game to a halt. Anytime there's some music that you'll hear in the NBA at times, and it sounds a little bit like this. Anytime you hear this music, you know that the Grizzlies are dominating the game. And so those defensive chants that you hear in the background, that's what pretty much what you heard throughout the game. As the Grizzlies pretty much took it to the Clippers from start to finish. They pretty much led wire to wire, except for a couple of instances where the Clippers were able to close the run. But once again, the Grizzlies get a win, 106-102. This is the Judge of Memphis. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Judge of Memphis. That's at Judge, that's JUDGEOFMEMPHIS. That's Judge of Memphis. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find me on Facebook at Justice Bolden. I'll be posting this latest game recap from the Clippers game, which is November 19th. Or actually, today's the November 18th, so it's a November 18th showdown versus the Clippers. This is my second video recap so far, but everything's just beginning. Of course, many Grizzly fans miss Lionel Hollins. I wasn't a big Lionel Hollins fan over the years. I thought that he played favorites with Rudy Gay, and he didn't give enough credit to Zach Randolph and Tony Allen for really resurrecting or creating the grit and grind. So that's my take, and I'm checking out live from Pasadena, California. Hopefully many of you Grizzly fans will get a chance to watch this tomorrow morning. But the Grizzlies have done it once again. Despite all odds, they have come into the Staples Center and shut down Los Angeles. They've shut down Lob City. And it was a fun night. It was a fun night for the Grizzlies fans that were in attendance. I'll post some pictures on Facebook so many of you can see it. But nonetheless, this is the Judge of Memphis checking out once again. Justice Bolden. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Judge of Memphis. Video game recap number 2, Clippers versus Lakers. Next up, I may come back with a preview of the Grizzlies Warriors. If not, you'll definitely get a recap of that Grizzlies Warriors game that comes up on the 20th, Wednesday. I will be traveling to San Diego, so for an athletic business conference this week. Hopefully I can take my laptop with me. But nonetheless, we're checking out. Oh, one last thing. I ran into 3 of Robert Pear, the Grizzlies majority owner. 3 of his co-workers, or I guess 3 of his employees of Ubiquity, and they gave me a Grizzlies flag while I was on the train. So it was cool running into those guys. I was sporting my Grizz colors. We took a picture together, so you'll see that on my Facebook as well. So this is the Judge of Memphis checking out once again as the Grizzlies defeat the Los Angeles Clippers 106-102 behind 26 points and 15 rebounds from Zach Randolph, and 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists from Marc Gasol. Thank you for listening.